Welcome back, Rivals. This is Xonia, and you are in the zone. And today I'm finally going to be doing a series that I have wanted to do for a long time now, which is how to maximize your credits when buying packs. As a point of reference, I almost had this ready to go a year ago, but the week before I filmed it, UR debuted the Armageddon pack, and I had to cancel my entire series plans. Well, no more. Now, a quick warning, this series may contain a lot of math and numbers, so if you don't like math, then these videos are going to be a little difficult for you to get through, I think. But without any further ado, let's get into the nitty-gritty. So everything has changed since a year ago, but the process to get your packs is still the same, and it's going to be broken down into 3 basic steps, which I'm going to make 3 different videos about. 1 is buying or obtaining your credits, 2 is choose your pack, and then 3 is choosing your clans. So we're going to be focusing on step 1 in this video. So step 1 is going to be buying or obtaining your credits. Okay, so obviously there are a few different ways that you can go about this step. The free options, the quote-unquote free options, are either finishing missions for credit. Over here, you finish the missions. And these are clearly the simplest, but they are limited. You can only get the credits for like 500 wins with the clan once. So even though New Blood missions will net you 15 credits now if you do the largest rare card and you complete both of their missions, buying those rares early will eat through your clints pretty fast unless you're already a well-established player. So this is not really a sustainable method for everyone and requires a lot of time and effort if you want it to be. That, or you'd better join a guild with a rich player who doesn't mind sharing their cards through the guild bank. As for the other methods, well, there are things like Tapjoy, which I can't show you right now because I'm on PC, or free credit offers. Now, these are also limited unless you're willing to go through endlessly boring and potentially entrapping offers. And as you can see, for people like me in Japan, we don't always have that many offers for us. Okay, but then not only that, you're going to have to manage them and then go back and cancel some of those things afterward. This is possible, and many players take pride in never having spent a single cent on the game. And if you're one of those players, then good for you. But I am not. The fact is, though, that in the end, it's still not as sustainable as buying credits because you can't do the same offer more than once. So you're always going to be waiting for whatever the next offer is, and it might not even be a good one. So I recommend these free methods for getting a few credits fast, or to supplement the packs that you want to buy. But if you're planning to make them your only method of getting credits, then don't expect to ever make it to or maintain that Colossus title. You're probably always going to be just a little bit under what you need to do that, unless you've got crazy good pack luck. The final method is to have sponsorees buy credits, so that you can get 10% of their purchase in credits for yourself. Now note, these are not taken from the sponsoree's credit purchase. They are credits which are added and created on top of and then given to the sponsor. So if you become a sponsor for a sponsoree and then they buy 1,000 credits, they will get 1,000 credits and UR will then give you 100 credits. This is the method that UR has used to get people to tell friends about this game. So again, if you have friends, invite them to this game and have them write you down as their sponsor. If they like the game, you'll benefit from inviting them. Or if you like these videos and you haven't joined UR yet, feel free to add me as your sponsor. It's just a nice thing to do that benefits the sponsor, and it's going to cost you nothing in the long run. Now, as a side note, lots of old scams that you would see on YouTube said that you could get double the credits if you wrote a code in, which was always his name, and then bought credits, basically netting them 10% of your purchase before you realized that you made a mistake. So let me make this very clear. The only way to get more credits when buying them is to wait for a store sale. And please, please, please make sure you're buying them in the right place. Sometimes they are specified as only on the web or only on mobile. So please do not buy everything on mobile and then realize, oh no, I didn't get any credits. Why? It's because it was only for the web. So please always double check where you need to buy your credits. So those are all of the free methods. So let's take a look at some of the methods of getting credits via buying them. Our first method here is going to require you to pay for something, perhaps the first month of a service in the credit offers to obtain a ton of credits. Now again here, there's free as an option, but then there's more. So some of those will actually be ones that you have to pay for. And once again, for me, this is not worth the time or the hassle. If I'm going to spend money anyway, it may as well go straight to UR. You may net more credits this way, but you have to decide if the hassle that it's going to cause you is worth it in the end. And I simply can't advise this as a sustainable, long-term practice for getting your credits. Thus, this leaves basically the only other option, to actually buy the credits. If you go into the store and you select your country and the method of payment, it's still showing euros right now, but usually it shows yen for me. Now, there are several amounts that you can buy credits in as of the last update to the store, and this table should help you understand the new pricing system a bit better. I don't have slides like I used to, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw this up here. This is all in yen, so hopefully this will help you understand the system a little bit better. Now, let me preface this with a quick caveat. I have not included the cost to convert your currency into their own. This used to be a part of the old system, but now that it appears to be showing the amount in Japanese yen for me, at least on the mobile platform, perhaps there's no fee to convert from yen to euros or American dollars to euros on the mobile platform at least. If so, then this table has no issues with it. However, if there is a fee to convert the money, and that's usually a flat fee, it's going to affect the lower amounts that you buy even more, as it's a larger percentage of the total cost. And the larger amounts will be affected less, once again making larger purchases even better. Now, just keep that in mind. I'm using yen here because that's what showed up in my store. For those who are new and don't know, I live in Japan. I'd be curious to hear about the differences in prices for other countries to see if they're slightly better or worse for you all, and by how much as well. This is one interesting factor many people may not think about for worldwide games like you are. Now, on to the analysis of what we've got here. There are a few things that I'd like to note, 4 things at least. 1, there is no difference between the first 2 options, unless there's a conversion fee, so your choice there doesn't even matter. 2, clearly the 2,500 credit option nets the largest gains and best percentage increases, giving almost double the credits of the lowest options in the end. 3, the percentage increase from 450 to 1,000 is basically the smallest increase, meaning that if you're deciding between those two for which one you want to buy, the lower option is actually going to have the lowest amount of loss, so you're actually safe to go ahead and just spend the 450. You're not actually going to be losing that much. And then 4, the second highest percentage increase is choosing to upgrade from 60 credits to 170. Okay, so we're all going to bring this together here, so let's see what all that means. Now, another important point is that as you spend more, the gains as compared to previous amounts get smaller and smaller. This is actually a good thing because it means players who can afford larger but more infrequent purchases will not get as significant of an advantage as someone who buys only a few credits here and there. This allows players to spread out their purchases with only a minor loss. With this new pricing system, however, the highest option sees the largest overall increase. This should encourage players to buy the largest number of credits, as you'll be receiving 25% more credits than the next best option, which is a huge advantage, almost a 2 Armageddon packs advantage in the long run. As a result, players who want to keep up will buy larger amounts of credits so as to lose less to those who make larger purchases. So while this does encourage people to spend more credits, such a large jump between the number 1 and number 2 choices still leaves me feeling like the number 2 choice is just nearly not as good, so I might as well not buy credits unless I can afford that 2,500 credit purchase. If it were me, honestly, I would probably fix this by having the final jump be slightly smaller, say 12.5% at most, or 2,250 credits for the same price. That way I still feel UR's second choice is a good choice because I don't lose as much, and the richer players still get to feel like they're getting a good deal because the percentage increase is still quite large. But that's just me. For now, I think it's clear. If you can afford the 2,500 credit option and then sit on your hands until you're sure you want to spend more, then that's going to be your best option. If you lack self-control, then perhaps stick with just 1,000 or less. And if you just don't have the money to spend on this game, but still want to buy one of the lower amounts, then I would recommend the 170 credit option because it's still cheap, it has the largest percentage increase from the previous option, and 4 packs is still a good amount. I open 4 packs for you guys almost every other week, and it's always felt like a nice amount of packs to open. It's not too much, but not too few, and usually you'll hit one really good rare in there, which is what you were hoping for anyway. Obviously, the higher you can go, the better your deal is going to be. Just make sure you're happy with your purchase, and don't listen to haters who may say you wasted your money. I spend less on this game overall than other Americans who have hobbies of going to the movies, bowling, or buying an all-access season pass and going to the Super Bowl every year. The game is a cheap, affordable hobby that keeps me more than entertained, so don't ever be ashamed of your purchase. Personally, I just think the haters are either jealous or they just don't think about how much other hobbies actually cost. Okay, anyway, off my soapbox. You're not here for that anyway. So, now that we have a better idea of the credits we need to purchase, we can move on to step 2, which is choosing your pack. But that one will need to be saved for the next video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you really liked it, make sure to share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more of my Urban Rivals videos. This is Xonia, and you've been in the zone.